Hey, good morning, my fellow crypto traders. All right, we're going to do our daily rundown on the crypto space. And we're going to start with our major indexes as we have been the last couple days, only because, as you know, I've been explaining how they do influence the crypto space. Now, yesterday we went through our FANG stocks, which is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. And I explained how they affect the strongest index in the stock market, the Nasdaq, which currently is the leader in terms of strength. And then you have the S&P and Dow Jones, which I've been looking at those three specifically. And you can see that we'll do a bottom line up front here for those of you that don't have the time to bear with me the whole video. My current sentiment remains unchanged. I am slightly bullish in the crypto space, and we are approaching neutral territory. And the dividing line for me is quite clear. I'll get to that in a bit. But I am seeing some positive signs in the crypto space. I'm seeing some alts are popping. Some alts lower cap. They're showing us, that the bulls are still around and they're ready for this thing to move. So we're seeing some signs. I want to see a couple things happen specifically on Bitcoin, and I'll get to that again in this video. But again, overall sentiment slightly bullish, but we are approaching neutral territory. And the purpose today is point out some of those flags that we're watching for. But I am going to take a full rundown on our crypto space. So if you have time to bear with me, I'll show you something on Jasmy, which I put out a free trade alert on. I'll show you BAT, basic attention token, and another crypto that I'm in that really popped. All right, so let's get started. SPY. Start with that. This we have been in this channel, as you know, since March of last year. All right, March 2020 when the pandemic started, and the bears are taking us down. Looks like they wanted to test the bottom of this channel, couldn't quite get there, and they couldn't even confirm a move below the 50-day. So that's a positive sign for the bulls. I think eventually the bears are going to win this battle. However, there is lots of support below us. There's this bottom of this channel. There's the 200-day coming up. And of course, we haven't even broken below the 50-day yet. All right, so that is good. Nasdaq, the bears did take us below the 50-day here. And in fact, that move below was confirmed. We have another candle here below, and looks like we are going to actually eventually come down and test our channel support. This is another channel. We've been in this since March. So that is the general direction of the markets. We have to be careful. We have to continue to watch this because those bears are coming out. And as you know from the FANG stocks, that I did a real quick on the fly looking at the charts yesterday. They're looking overall longer term. They're looking bearish. It looks like they're going to come down quite a bit. Now that's into the future, 6 months, maybe 8 months. I don't know. It's going to take a while for them to get down to the levels that I was spotting, but it does look like that turn in the market. See this turn here? Looks like it's starting to occur. We're seeing this pattern, this rounding of the top happening on all the indexes, all the FANG stocks. And so we have to be careful here because this market, the sentiment is going to spill over into our crypto space. Now, Dow, as I mentioned, has broken this channel. All right, so this is the first time that we have been on the underside of this since March. Well, there was a quick time here for about 3 days, but that was at the very beginning stage. I don't really count that. But since that time, since April, we have lived inside of this channel. We have never broken below. So that's highly significant, something we have to keep our eyes on. Bears tried to take us below the 200-day, couldn't confirm. Bulls took us right back above. And as I have said in the last few videos, I didn't expect us to break straight through that 200-day. We'll probably come up here and maybe test our 50-day again, and maybe we don't get above our 50-day, but I do expect us, the wick of one of these candles at some point in the next few days to hit our heads on this previous support. It will be huge resistance, and that's when we'll come back down and try to test that 200-day again. At least that's my projected pattern. All right, moving on. Let's go to ETH. ETH is looking strong, did exactly as I expected, hit our heads here on this resistance level, this uptrending line. Now it could come back down and test our 50 days if the bears are that strong and still have that kind of energy. But the bulls are really strong here. They're going to take us back up. Maybe we test this next previous high, and then come back down and hit our 50-day. I don't know. The trajectory is definitely upwards, though. It's just the question of how fast the bulls can take us up. And right now in this market, I don't expect us to break straight through this resistance. So it'll probably, our next hurdle will probably be our previous high here. Once we get through that, we might hit our heads there on that resistance again and continue in this direction instead of, straight up like a rocket would take us. All right, that's just based upon the data that I'm seeing on the other charts. Total 2 is essentially the same. Ethereum leads this space, so we are in bullish territory. We're above the neckline, above the 50-day, and Ethereum is included on this particular chart. I'm going to start to delete those. You guys know where to find me. All right, save this off. Total 3 is excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that makes us in neutral territory because Ethereum is very strong and it's leading a lot of the crypto space. In this case, we don't have Ethereum to lead us, so we are directly in neutral territory. Bitcoin, what I'd like to see, and I've been saying this for a while, this is what I call our fueling station right here. See this between the upside of this support and the downside of this support right now. I'd like to see us break through and come into this territory again. The bulls didn't quite have enough time to fuel up the rocket ship here. That's the analogy I'm going to use. All right, so I want to see the bears, and sometimes as a bull, you will cheer for the bears, right? Because this is a healthy sign in the market. You need these healthy corrections. You have to have them, yin versus yang. And we have to have, in my opinion, I want to see the bulls to come back down into this territory. I'd like to see us live in here for a couple of days, maybe really thoroughly test this support level. All right. And as long as we remain on the top side of that support, I am bullish. That's how black and white it is for me, guys. This line is very important. Once we come below this, that's when I start to look to offload a few of my positions because this is, in my opinion, bearish territory. I don't want to be down here. All right. I don't want the bears to take us down here. Where I want to see the bears take us down to is this area below the blue line and above our support. That is rocket fuel territory. And it would even be better if we lived there for a period of 2, 3, 4 days and really fuel up so that Bitcoin can continue to shoot to the stars. Bitcoin dominance chart seems to be in correlation with that. All right, so dominance wants to come down here to the 40% mark, and that makes sense from what we're seeing in Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin, if the dominance comes down, Bitcoin will probably come down along with that, and that data correlates. SHIB. What can I say about this? The bulls tried. They tried their best. They tried to take us above the 50, above this line of resistance, above the purple, and they touched the 50. Couldn't actually conquer any one of those. Four chances they had to show that they were bullish, and they couldn't. So I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with this at all. This actually sucks. There's many better cryptos out there, guys. I'm not a bull until we get up in this territory up here on Shiba. All right, ADA. Yeah, I told you guys to stop out here. This is gross. I mean, they're just, the bears are just leading us. You know, we're sliding down the top of this triangle. In fact, they broke that, and sure, yeah, we're above this support, and that is significant. I will admit that, but guys, they're stringing you along. You should have stopped out up here if you're in this trade. Um, yeah, watch this level for sure. I mean, I wouldn't sell now if you're still in this, but watch this level. I would not want to go below this level. ADA is just kind of stringing the carrot along in front of the bulls, and I expect us to come back down, touch the top side of this, and maybe even touch this support line. Really test your uh, tolerance level. Those of you who are holding this ALTCOIN, nothing different there. I don't need to repeat myself on that. Zcash looking strong. All right, we're coming back above this support level. I expect us to come back up and touch our target again. So if you want a quick trade, there's your tip. You guys will find some of these tips if you watch these daily videos. That's a pretty good move. Let's do our measurement here. All right, we go from here to 260 again. That's a good 10%. All right, you want 10% on your cash? Why not? Take it. There's your free trade. Doji, ugly. Don't need to say anything else. Ugly. Solana, very strong. All right, this is a nice strong move, and I have said this before. I'll keep it in auto. Let me move this down. I think what we'll probably do is come up here and hit our heads on the top of this, which appears to be around 300, depending upon when we get there. I think what might happen is we come back down and test the support before we trend up. But 300 is definitely a good target on this one. Again, if you got some cash on the side and you want to trade this, you wouldn't be wrong to enter here. You really wouldn't be wrong. Now, again, we might come back down and test the support. So if you want to wait for that, that's fine. But from the level we're at right now to 300, I said, yeah, 300. I mean, that's 25%. There you go. Another crypto for you guys. That, those of you that bear with me through these long daily updates, you can pick up some good trades. BCH, I don't like it. Bear flag here. We're under the 200, under the 50, sliding down the triangle. Not cool. Ugly. All right, this is cool. And I've mentioned this several times. We've got a descending wedge, which is bullish. Target here, $52. There's another one for you guys. All right. That's very bullish. Theta. All right. So here's the deal with Theta. Theta is one of my long-term holds. All right. The reason I say that is because I do expect it to get to $35 or so within the next 6 months. But we definitely have a lot of hurdles to cross before we get there. We're outside of the first triangle. We got 3 triangles there. We're under the 200, under the 50. Now, I told you I'm not trading this one because I do believe in the future of Theta. And I think long term, it's going to be a great coin. And enough said about that. Persistence token breaking out of a triangle. However, we got some big resistance up ahead. The 50 is coinciding directly with this level of resistance. So watch that. And then additionally, we got the 200-day up ahead of us. UMA coming down to kiss that 200-day. OXT trying to get above the 50. I don't think the bulls are going to be able to take us there. We need confirmation tomorrow. I think we remain between the 50-day and this support level. We'll flatten out that 50-day a little bit before the bulls have the strength to take us up and over that. That's the way I read that. Jasmine has done exactly as predicted. I put out a video. Was that yesterday I put out that video? Uh, and I can't remember if this was a free trade that I gave you guys here on TradingView. And I keep saying TradingView because that's the platform I'm supporting. I love TradingView, and I know these videos replicate to my other channels, YouTube and such. But if you really want the updates, subscribe, the free updates, subscribe here at TradingView, or better yet, subscribe at my Substack, because you'll get a notification in your email inbox for every post that I make. And sometimes I make posts outside of TradingView, just write-ups and such, that you guys will get there. Anyways, I entered this trade here, and I said probably what's going to happen is we pop out of this first triangle, we hit our heads on this second triangle, and come back down. And I knew that would happen because of past experience, and that is exactly what happened. And now we can actually remain inside of this larger triangle till the 8th of December. All right. I don't know that we'll remain in there that long. I really don't know. But we have good support here. And furthermore, this is not something, you got to be cautious on this trade. Set your stop outs down here, because we could also break this support finally. I don't think that is the probability scenario in this case. The probability that I see is that we shoot up, and I've got a whole video on that. So enough said about that, but I do like to point out when technical analysis shows you exactly future price action, and in this case, spot on. Couldn't be more correct. And that's not me. That's analytics. Now, I obviously used analytics to predict that price action, and it worked out. But don't always get it right. And again, TradingView does not delete any of. I can't delete it. So when I'm wrong, it's still there for you guys to reference. All right. So you guys go back, reference all my past material. And if you don't trust what you're seeing now, go reference my past material. And yeah, I've gotten some things wrong, but most of all. And here's the other thing about TradingView. I have been a free subscriber for eight years. I don't know how long it's been. I've only used free tools, and that's really all you have to use. Now, the past couple weeks, I became a premium subscriber, so I can advertise my subscriptions to y'all. So you guys can trade along with me. And so you'll find the link in my signature. And if you want to know the trades that I enter, you subscribe there. Founding members, you get instant price alerts. But I only became the premium subscriber for that reason. However, I am finding excellent tools available to premium subscribers. All that to say, you don't have to have those tools. Everything you see here on this chart, it's all available to you guys that subscribe for free. And yeah, I'm putting in plugs for TradingView right now because I love the platform. I love the platform, and I love the tools that they provide for you. And I hope you all take advantage of the analysis that you can do on this platform. You can predict these future price action. You can set up these models and predict future price action using these tools. I'm trying to speed along here because of a time limit that I have here, coming to a close here at 20 minutes. Let's jump to auction. Auction is a trade that I am in, and look, we are popping, still popping, still popping. My founding members know that I'm in this one, and you guys will know exactly when I sell as well. All right, BAT, we'll touch on that before we close out. Put out a post yesterday. However, I wasn't sure if the write-ups that I had in these boxes showed up, so I deleted the post and then I reposted it for you all to see. However, I think what TradingView does is if you post the same one twice, it doesn't necessarily show up in your feed. I'll put that in the related links below, but this is what I have been saying, that BAT is going to come down into this target down entry area, and we are doing that. Let me move this chart over quickly. I have 15 seconds. This is our entry area. This is our exit area. This is our aggressive exit area. I've got videos on this. Best of luck today, traders. Stay safe out there.